Welcome to Mystery Miners Ghost Edition. I'm your host Zui. So today we are going to be talking about the elevator game. So my spooky friends, sit back, relax, go grab a nice cup of tea, and let's get ready to get scared. Have you ever heard of the elevator game? Is it a Korean ritual that allows you to enter an alternate reality using an elevator as your vessel? But be warned, it's not a game to be taken lightly. There are specific rules and requirements that you must follow, or else the consequences could be dire. If you wish to play this game, make sure you play at night so you don't get interrupted. So, Step 1. Let's say you are the player. You enter an elevator alone or with another player. No outsider can enter the elevator with you, nor can you leave at any point. If you do exit the elevator, you must start over. Step 2. Then you ride the elevator from floor to floor in a specific sequence, up to the 4th floor, down to the 2nd floor, up to the 6th floor, back down to the 2nd floor, up to the 10th floor, and then down to the 5th floor. Remember not to get off at any of the floors. Step 3. When you get to the 5th floor, if you encounter a mysterious woman, do not look at her and do not answer or interact with her in any way. The consequences of engaging with her are set to include the possibility of never returning to the real world. So step 4. Now push the button to descend from the 5th floor to the 1st floor. Here is where they say things like could be crazy. If the elevator operates normally and takes you to the 1st floor, exit immediately and do not look back or talk to anyone. But if, instead of taking you from 5th to the 1st floor, the elevator begins to go up, well, congratulations, you've been allowed into the nether world, or so they say. Alternatively, you might resist the urge to freak out and instead simply press the emergency button and wait for the fire department to arrive with help. But you know what? It won't work. If the elevator starts to go up, you have been allowed into the other world. When you reach the 10th floor, things might look slightly different. No one else could be there. The power might be out. Some players cling to local windows and see only a red cross in the distance. If you choose to exit the elevator, you should ignore the woman's attempts to question or stop you. So if you choose to stay in the elevator and not explode, just press the button for the 1st floor and return home. But you might have to keep pressing the button to get it to work. Keep in mind that the other world is a twisted reality where electronic devices stop working, lights can be shut off, and there is a strange mist filling the floor. But the most prominent feature of this alternate reality is that you will be alone with the woman who entered the elevator. The story of the elevator game has been popular for quite a while. In fact, it played a minor role in a real-life crime case that happened in January of 2013. The case of Lisa Lam. Lisa Lam was a 21-year-old Canadian student who checked into the infamous Cecil Hotel in downtown LA in America. The hotel has had a dark history, including housing the famous serial killer the Night Stalker, who murdered his victims in his hotel room, and there have also been numerous incidents of guests jumping out the windows and other unsolved deaths. Eliza Orlando was originally placed in the hostess dining room, which she shared with another guest. But after 2 days, she complained to the front desk that her roommate was acting very odd and requested to be moved to a room of her own. That was the last time anyone saw her. Her parents didn't hear from her when she was supposed to be leaving LA, and they became worried and called the LA Police Department. Around the same time, the front desk kept getting more complaints about the water, including low water pressure and blacked out water. So, a hotel staff member went off on the roof to inspect the water tanks and found one of them open. And inside, he discovered Eliza's body floating in the tank. To this day, nobody knows how she got in there undetected, but there are many theories. Eliza had bipolar disorder and depression and was on prescription medication to help manage her illness. The most logical conclusion is that Eliza was off her medication, broke from reality, and drowned herself in the water tank. And another theory is that she was playing the elevator game. The elevator game is not for the faint of heart. It's a ritual that requires following the rules to the letter. Otherwise, you will face the consequences. So, do you dare to try the elevator game and enter the other world? Thank you for watching today's episode of Mystery Miners Ghost Edition. Make sure you catch us next week for another scary story on MI Radio.